Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first batch of this HR BP program in 2022. And earlier, I believe every one of you has already watched the testimonial from our alumni of the first batch in 2021. Now is the turn for all the participants, the participants for the program, to let us know about you. Anything would like to share, your name, your company, years of experience in HR, and also your expectations on this program. Okay, so I would like to have, maybe start with my dear Marie.
Hello, hello everyone. Yes, I'm excited to be here. I see a lot of familiar faces. I'm excited to learn from Dia, Jacker, Avin, Sul, and Professor Mosharaf. Nice to see you again here. And of course from Miss Rita and Andika. So I'm Marie. I've been member and core committee member of Asia HRM with Miss Rita since 2018, I believe. And from being a member, I gained a lot. From being a core committee member, I learned a lot, and I'm surrounded with intelligent and amazing people at Asia HRM. So I'm excited to be here. To start with, I would like to introduce my team. I have two teams who joined us tonight. So Chun and Sinit, but I let them introduce themselves. So maybe I can start with Chun. Chun, please introduce yourself. By the way, we are in Cambodia, three of us. So we are working in a property development and education sector in Cambodia. Okay, so Chun, please introduce yourself. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Marie, for give me the my introduction. Actually, it's a night to see all the HR leader from HR Asia. Currently, I'm work with Marie at the Southbridge International School. Yes, anything else from me? I think that's all from me.
Thank you, Chun. So actually, Chun is the HR manager of Southbridge International School, so education sector of our company here in Cambodia. So I'd like to introduce also my other senior executive, Sinit. Sinit, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm Sinit. I'm from Cambodia. Currently, I'm working as a senior HR executive from at Northbridge community with Miss Maggie, and I'm really grateful that she introduced me about this program and many other programs that I currently joined. I'm really grateful for this kind of things, and thank you so much for all the trainers here sharing all the previous experiences to us. I'm looking forward to hearing and knowing more extended experiences. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we would like to have someone from Malaysia to introduce himself, like Mr. Tang. Mr. Tang, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, good evening all. My name is Taufik Tan, you can call me Taufik. I'm from Malaysia, Sarawak Bintulu. So I'm currently working at Petronas as a technician. So I have interest in HR. I took some courses in HR. So then I knew Rita, I found out Rita courses. Then I joined Rita, and here we are, HRBP.
Okay, thank you. Anybody from Malaysia? My dear Peter, your turn.
Hi Rita, hi everyone. I think I joined Asia HRM since 2018-19, where I met Rita. Then Rita actually asked me to do a short sharing about the Malaysian employee law. Okay, then that's how it all started, and I joined her until now. And I'm hoping I can get some more benefit on how to do better HR. The HR business partnering in this class. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Peter. So next will be Bangladesh, Mr. Raman. You have to unmute yourself.
I'm audible.
Yeah, audible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody from Bangladesh, and this is Mizan speaking. Very glad to be in this program, and my special gratitude to our honorable all course instructors, especially my fullest heartiest gratitude goes to Mr. Musharraf Hussain, my boss. Actually, he is the living legend of our country, and we are proud of him. So thank you very much for having you with this program. And actually, from this program, my aim is to learn something new, and especially on the HR BP. And currently, I'm working in Heidelberg Cement Bangladesh Limited. In the world, we have 70 country. We have this our industry is there. So Heidelberg, Bangladesh, we have a huge number of sales volume. In our country, I am working as a HR head of HR and administration, and I'm very glad to see all of the new faces and new mates, I'm looking forward to learn something from you all, and I hope the best success of this program. Thank you, Rita. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Raman. So we do have a lady from Bangladesh who will be joining us later. That's why, yeah, we will see her later. We have Indonesia.
My attention to all class. My name is, you all call me as Mizan. So my surname is Mizan. So Mizan. So
okay.
you can call me. Yeah, thank you.
Sure. We have Indonesia, Jessica.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica. I'm from Indonesia. Currently, I'm working as a HRBP for Asia Pulp and Paper Sinarmas Group. This is my first time to join Asia HRM. I'm very happy to see you all in good condition, in very healthy condition. We all know, with the pandemic situation, but I'm very happy to get more knowledge and sharing from all the expertise here. I think that's all from my side. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rita.
Thank you, Jessica. Tommy is not joining us tonight. Do you know?
No, I text my other colleague, but seems he will be not join us. He is not my direct colleague. He is the HR from my other mill.
I see. Anyway, so let me see. Last but not least, we have Patrick from China. Patrick, you have to unmute yourself.
Okay, good evening, everybody. This is Patrick from Shanghai, China. Actually, I have a roughly 20 years working experience in human resources. Currently, I'm working for a joint venture as a head of HR. So basically, I have my own business, which now is in Cambodia. I act also as a human resources. So that's why I would like to gain more experience and knowledge from all of you. That's all. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Patrick. And we have someone from Myanmar, but she just keep on entering and then leaving the room. I think it's the connection issue. We have someone from Thailand who will be late for this session because of a company commitment. We should have someone from Vietnam, but I can't see her tonight. But anyway, so thank you very much for your nice introduction. So shall anybody would like to add on anything before we take the group picture? Anybody? No, right? If that's the case, can we take a group picture? May everybody just show your face? Okay, so let me see. Okay, let's take the group picture. Maybe Abby, help me out with that, Abby.
Sure, Rita.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Maybe just
one more.
One more.
1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Yeah, I have it.
Thank you. So that's the end of our opening session tonight. And don't forget that we need for all the participants, you need to have 80% of your total attendance rate in order to qualify for a certification, okay? And all the training materials will be shared on the shared drive, which will be advised to you later, okay? So I would like to pass the control to Mr. Hosan, who will be delivering module 1. And so for the trainers, you would like to stay on, you're welcome to stay on. Otherwise, just feel free to leave the room. And Mr. Hosan can already passed, I've already made him the co-host, so he can let the rest of people in. I'm sure that there will be a few more participants who will be joining us, okay? And they will be late for the session. So Mr. Hosan, anything from your side before I disappear?
No, that's all right. I'm just thrilled of hearing the credential of all the distinguished trainers and speakers. So I think gradually we are improving, and now we are in a good shape under the leadership of Rita. So yes, I think we can start. Since we have already spent 40 minutes, I don't want to give any break. What do you think?
Yeah, okay. So if you guys agree to do without any break, so I leave it to you guys, and I'm sure that you will have a very good session from Mr. Hosan, and after that you will know what exactly an HRBP should possess right after his session. Okay, thank you, and have an enjoyable evening.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Welcome everyone, and I hope our trainers group will also be staying here. I will also try to be present when you will be making presentation, and this way we learn from each other. If you have any serious appointment, you can also leave. Okay, so let me start my presentation. It's a kickoff presentation. Can you see my slide?
Yeah.
Yes, can.
Okay, thank you very much. You have already seen my credential. I don't want to take your time. So this is what I earned for the last 40 years. So let's start with this small video.
No sound.
Okay, sorry for little interruption. You have just listened to a video or watched the video. What is your reaction? 1 minute reaction. What you have seen and what does it say? Any reaction on this video? Anyone?
Customer orientation.
It's the customer orientation or customer convenient. Okay, what else?
Extreme digitization in HR.
Okay. Is it not saying that customers convenient, customers, support is there? Even is the text.
It needs the sound actually.
Sound has a problem, but there is a subtle. So you probably understood.
It's also the engagement, right? The customer engagement. What does the customer really
Customer engagement.
want? How to keep them engaged when they are traveling?
Very important point, customer engagement. If you can engage customer, when we are fighting and struggling for employee engagement, now we are talking about customer engagement. You probably know that employee engagement is slightly over 50% across the world. So it's a huge issue. And now that we are about customer engagement, that's great. So you see, I don't want to spend a lot of time. The essence of this video that we need to take care of our customers. Because of the digitalization, because of the online system available, this person is a different, not a usual person, is a special person. He has given some thought and come up with some innovative ideas and thoughts to help guide the customer. What do you think? This man will be getting more customer or less customer compared to others who did not do anything? More customers, more customer convenience.
Definitely more customer.
Yeah. So the essence here that we are the HR business partners, we should be innovative enough how we can add value to our customers. Because HR is no more a paper processing department. HR is a business now. Nowadays I started saying HR is a business because we join the business partners, we join them, and we work together and try to increase the revenue of the organization. So HR is no more as a passive back office. It is very close to the business and we are working together. We have no problem of claiming that HR is also a business. So let's see. Do we create value by partnering with the business units or customers we serve, and does that value have a direct impact on quantifiable business objectives? You see, if we try to be innovative, we can do a lot of things. Just waiting for order from the boss or the business leader does not mean anything. We have to be very, very innovative, and then there will be result. So let's see the situation of Asia. As I serve president of the Asia Pacific HR Federation for 2 terms, 4 years, I have some opportunity to see the Asian organizations, Asian practices. In 4 years, I traveled all the Asian countries, so I had some experience. In Asia, HR started with the Industrial Revolution. From 1980 to 1913, it was simply welfare. And then It started with the labor management. And then it moved to personnel management. Unfortunately, many Asian countries, still we are in the personnel management concept. Administrative focus, compliance, traditional mindset, limited scope of activities, specialized functions. So I have no shame in Bangladesh, many companies still are in this stage, although we are 2022, but advancement from the concept wise is still the personnel management. And then from 1980 to 1990, the human resource management, administrative focus with enlarged scope of activities, support functions, less reactive, more proactive. And from 1990 or from 2020, we aim at the strategic business partner. Strategic HR, business partnering, focus on value-added activities, proactive, multidisciplinary, and multi-facet tools. This is a class and we are very honest. I am very honest. I hope you will be very honest. How many of you can claim that your company are at the strategic HRM level? I cannot claim from all Bangladeshi organizations that level. Maybe 30% organizations reach to the strategic HRM level. What do you think? In your country, on an average, 100% or anything less? Any response? This is just for our discussion purpose. I'm not going to refer this anywhere. And if you choose not to say this,
as you told, sir, in our country, actually, we have very rare case to give our values on the HR, strategic HR, but let's say around 20% of the organization, the A category organizations, they are practicing strategic human resources management, and they are giving the opportunities to their employees to fair practice, to doing that practice. Yeah.
So what about Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore? I know Singapore is much ahead, but still, can you claim 100% organizations are at the strategic HRM level?
No, Mr. Hussain. At least Singapore, because I have now been in Singapore for 2 years. I think there is a lot of attempt for HR professionals to get into the strategic HR area, but I think there is still some way to go. The government has a lot of initiative in training HR professionals, but I think there is still some road to cover.
Thank you very much. I have the same impression. I visited Singapore last time in 2019. So I had my last observation from 2019. Because of COVID, I nowadays travel very less, but very bravely, I traveled to USA in September to attend the SHAM conference. So many people said to me, wow, because I was feeling that I should infuse myself because I'm 62 years old. I have some disadvantage. People may call me old haggard. So I try to infuse something so that I'm still in the market. What about Malaysia?
I think I would say Malaysia is around maybe 40 to 50% strategic, especially the companies with large organizations, and of course multinational organization maybe around.
Actually, in Bangladesh also most multinational, international, and few national local organizations. Local organization, even very honestly, some of the companies they do not have any HR. They're just running the business. Anyway, so you see the reality because from my observation, what I have seen that as Asia, we have to have a long way to go. If we really want to, you see that we represent 60% population of the world. and we are not driving the business. We are not driving the HR. All the HR practices are coming from North America. We feel very good having a degree from North America, but we don't feel good degree from Bangladesh because the practice is very behind. Same thing for North America. Just by the way, just for your information, I also teach in MBA program for last 25 years. So I have seen the other side also, student side, the reality. Okay, so no issue, we have to go ahead. The only option is go ahead, not come back. So it is all about creating and delivering value. You see, it's all about partnership. Who taught them this partnership? Can anyone tell me? When you do the partnership, you have to remember that not in every stage you will be benefited. In some cases, others will be benefited. In some cases, you will be benefited. And we have to really do the real partnership of helping each other. And this is probably the unique picture that if there is no partnership, nothing was possible in this particular case. Agreed or disagreed?
Absolutely. This is
Agree,
correct.
100%.
So this is
in the partnership. Actually, we have to focus on the win-win situation. Sometimes we have to give up something to get better in future. That's it.
Who has the greatest contribution in this picture?
Interesting question. I need to check.
I think that it's both, right? Equal.
Equal?
Yeah, because without the other, then the other one cannot benefit, and without
No,
the other,
when you see this as a first time.
My first opinion is the animals who is in top. He has the biggest contribution because of he has sacrificed a lot and is in
not
risk.
eating. He is not eating. He is helping, and
he is help, and yeah, it's helping at the same time. He is in danger as well.
Yeah, and this poor animal is waiting for his turn, not creating any problem. You see, in some country, this person or this animal will not be sitting like this, will create some disturbance so that cannot do it. This is also happening in some cases, that since I cannot eat, I am not going to allow another to eat. So there is a real partnership is necessary. This person is also helping, not creating any problem.
Exactly.
So everybody has the contribution and support and cooperation. So in HR business partnering model, we have to always think like this. Okay, let's see. First, become a strategic business partner. HRBP leader must first the strategic business partner who just happen to also manage the most valuable asset of the organization, human capital. You see, we manage the most valuable asset of the company or organization. You all know the value of all resources depreciate. Only the value of human resource appreciate. Do you agree with me? I know some of the finance background people here. Do you agree with me in this terminology? Value of all resources depreciate and value of human resources appreciate.
Yeah, you are correct, sir. Because every value of all all means they have a depreciation value, and it's sometimes there is a salvage value as well, because everything has a lifespan and it is diminishing. And on the other hand, human resources always increasing because of their talents and the supernatural things. the more we learn, the more we expand our arena. Yeah.
So that means we have to really take care of our human capital, because they are the only resource can give you result, can give you innovation and creativity. And in the lower in the lower left side, you see the Dave Ulrich, the HR academic guru. He is the one who actually created this 4 role for the HR professional. Strategic business partner is the #1 role. And Dave Ulrich is very close friend of mine. We sit in the same committee of editorial advisory board of South Asian Journal for Human Resource Management. So we are a very good friend. We meet once or twice in a year. And so this is the strategic business partner. So partnership means a relationship between individuals or groups that is characterized by mutual cooperation and responsibilities for the achievement of the specific shared goal. So goals are already shared goal. If goal is only for the one party, then it is not going to work. So it is a shared goal achieving jointly, and HR will be driving definitely. It is a HR will be driving, other people will definitely with us. So let's see the 4 roles defined by Dave Ulrich. First role is the strategic business partner. Is the HR front office employee who acts as the salesperson for internal and external clients of the human resources. The HRBP deals with the HR back office and HR center of excellence. So this is basically our sales officer, HR sales officer. We sell the HR value to our business leaders. And then changes and basically participates in the company-wide project which affect employees and change the corporate culture. The change agent leads the whole function. So there is a saying that if there is any need for changes in the organization, it is the HR business partner who will be doing this. And then employee advocate. The change agent participate in the company-wide project which allow them to culture, and change agent leads the business. The administrative expert is the wide recognized expert in the area of human resource management and runs effectively HR processes. So you see in all the area, HR has the responsibilities, but today I am going to cover only the HR business partnering. Okay, what business leader expect from us? Define and deliver financial and customer goals. Provide insight to improve decisions and deliver results. Immerse practices such as the work process design, internal communication, organization design, design of physical setting, executive leadership development. All of them are suggested by Dave Ulrich and his friend, the Wayne Backwell roll call article, the People magazine. So you see here that we are responsible not only for doing the business partnering, we are also working to redesign the organization, redesign the structure of the company. I can tell you Bangladesh and some of the Indian companies, I know someone from India, our structure is very tall. Worldwide, tall structure is no more convenient for the business. So we have to flatten the structure and we have to redesign the structure, business process re-engineering, so that customers get the instant and constant services. And with the COVID pandemic, now most of the services people want from the home. We should also deliver home. Last Friday, I was in a picnic of green HR professionals. In Bangladesh, there is a society form called Green HR Professionals. They are committed to not to use any papers. And I am the chief advisor. Ms. Ann has mentioned rightly that because of my age or maybe for my competency, I am advisor to all the HR initiatives in Bangladesh. So I attended the picnic despite the COVID in order to encourage them. They are doing some valuable work of not using any paper, running the HR business without any paper. And that is also necessary. Because in Bangladesh, we have only 17-18% forestry resource area. We have no luxury to cut the trees and manufacture the paper and use them. There is no need. So let's see, we have the 4 functions. So what are those functions we are doing? Can you hear me? I have some electricity problem. Can you hear?
Yes,
Can hear
yes.
now.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So when we expect the HR business partner will be working in talent acquisition. When it is talent acquisition, acquire the best talent from the market. This is the foundation of the business. If we end up wrong talent, wrong hire, then it is a huge problem for the. We have to ensure engagement of the employee. As I mentioned, that latest Gallup study said there's a 53% of the employee engagement. So this is not acceptable. All employees should be engaged, and it is the responsibility of the HR. End of the day, we have to demonstrate the superior performance. Don't forget that there will be some rumors, positive or negative. We have to also deal those rumors. Sometimes the rumors could be against you. So we have to have the patience to absorb it. And we should have an inspiration to the business leaders and our customers. We need to work in collaborative. When collaborative to me, that I will fully support you, you will also support me. That is called collaborative. Sharing our ideas. That is very, very important. If we have a good idea, we share it, then it will be useful for the whole organization. We have a lot of competition, so we have to achieve the competitive advantage. And in order to ensure the competitive advantage, only human resource can give you the competitive advantage. If you hire the best talent and develop them and retain them, that is possible. Don't forget to fun. Fun is very, very important. There was a study. That if you have a fun environment, employee contribute 30% more. If you have a stiff environment, employee contribute 30% less. So what is the bottom line effect? 60%. So don't forget to have some fun activities in the organization. As a leader, we have to make sure that we are serious for our work, we are serious for our business, but we are also doing some fun. Let's not forget some of the administrative work of HR. We cannot, forget them. Influencing others. Leaders without influencing skills is not leader. So we have to influence others. Remember, building the brand is not only the marketing and sales people. HR can also build the brand. That remember. And we should develop our human resources. We hire the best talent, we try to develop, we retain them, and then business will be flourished. So there may be many other functions, but I have jotted down those functions. As HR business partner, you have to do. So it's a lot of work, but if you enjoy, if you collaboratively work, and that is not the problem. So characteristics of the partnership. First characteristic is the accomplice, commandeer, alignment, trusted advisor, support and trust, and there should be creativity, innovation, and work with the vision. So these are the area we have to see. This should be the characteristic of our partner. Any problem? I am getting some error sound. Any problem? Any problem from my side?
No, we can hear you. I think there was one participant.
We can hear you, no problem.
Okay.
We can hear you clear.
Okay, let's see. We have executive, manager, and employees, an HR business partner in the middle. They work in the back office, they also in the front office. So HR Center of Excellence is talent development, HR reporting for the business leaders, talent acquisition, compensation, and benefit. These are very, very important. If you hire rubbish, output will be rubbish. So we have to hire the best talent, we have to develop them, and we have to report on HR analytics, and we have to pay the competitive compensation and benefits. This is very, very important, because if we pay less, you'll not be able to attract the best people for the company. So let's see 13 trend of the HR business partners. First is the focus on the value created. We have to see how we are adding values. We have to create value. If we cannot create value, people are not going to respect us. People will not going to come to us. We have to create a context. We have to understand the context. And we have to be customer focused. Who is our customer? Can anyone tell me? Who is the HR customer? Who is the HR customer?
All the employees.
All, everyone in the company is HR.
Cross-functional, all departments and including all the employees. All are HR.
Who are the external customers?
External customer are the company clients.
Like, what about prospective employee or potential employees?
Also an external clients, because we're actually aiming them for them to be in our company, right? So they're potential candidates or they're potential clients.
Actually, organization will carry on. We will be leaving. There will be a succession process. At one point, the newcomers will be taking our seat. So we have to have a good partnership with our external customer also. Internal, I don't disagree. We have to have the internal, customers, and we have to serve them. But we have to also serve the external customers. Unfortunately, some of the organizations, they don't realize it. They do not give the value to the external customers. That is the wrong strategy. Because once I also write in the newspaper, in one of my article, I have written, the unsuccessful candidate is the best ambassador for the organization. Unsuccessful candidate who did not get the job will be the best ambassador for the organization. How it is possible? When somebody did not get the job, appeared for the interview, did not get the job, but still remain as the best ambassador. How it is possible?
It's possible because if you treat the potential candidate good, you keep them informed during the recruitment process, you keep them updated, you created a good communication line with them, so they will know that you are creating your work environment and your processes are in place, and then you have a brand, HR brand to protect.
And our treatment, our dealings with them, our treatment, our entertainment. I'm not saying that the big dinner or lunch, but at least some coffee, snacks. Those are very, very necessary. Remember, they are our guests. They know that one person will get the job, 5 person will not get the job, but still they invested their time and money and energy to come to help you. And that we have to remember. And we have to very respectfully behave with the candidates, because they are our future.
Mr. Hussein, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So I totally agree with your opinion, but in my company, I need your advice how we can convince the management that the external parties also important, important to our business. Yeah, because in my company, to be honest, the shareholder only thinking about profit, only about business. Why we must? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
This is
true.
very
Yeah.
common. This is very common. Don't be feeling shy. This is very common characteristics of the traditional bosses.
Yes.
So you see, I joined the current company in 2005, and I found the same thing exactly what you have described. Then I sit with my management. I said that I think we are driving our vehicle towards the wrong direction. And they become ferocious that how we are driving our vehicle to the wrong direction. And I said, look, we are giving a lot of emphasis our employees, but employees will be leaving. There will be some will resign, some will retire, some will be terminated, some will may die. But you have to have a talent pipeline ready, and those talent pipelines should be attracted. If we end up with the rubbish and only the head, then it is not going to help. So that's why I have convinced them. I said that, look, this is the investment. If we can build the employer brand, only then good people will be applying. In Bangladesh, many companies, they pay much more salary than my company, but people are not going there because of corporate brand and because of our, corporate social responsibilities for the community. So I think it is not, there is no magic stick to me. You have to sit with your management, try to explain them that who are the future generation, who will run the business, who will run the organization. Like me, I'll be retiring next year. Who is next? So that's why we have to convince our management. I know that some of the traditional managers, they said that there are a lot of people who will not face any problem. Yes, there are a lot of people, but not capable people, not the people what we are looking for.
Thank you, Mr. Hossein.
Thank you very much. So what should HR focus on? Our focus should be organization. Our focus should be our clients and customers. And then organization. As I mentioned, most of the Asian organizations are outdated. Very tall structure, long run process. We have to immediately shorten the time, flatten the structure, shorten the business process, re-engineering the business process, so that we have to, organization is like a vehicle. If your vehicle is not fit, your journey will not be smooth. So remember, always organization is a vehicle to achieve the business result. That vehicle should be up to date. And leaders. In the organization, there are full of managers, serious shortage of leaders. So we have to have a leadership pipeline. We have to create the leader. You will not find the leader to just hire from the market. You have to hire the best talent, and you must have a leadership development program. You develop and you build your own leaders. They will sustain. And what is the HR strategy? HR strategy should be aligned with the business strategy, and business strategy should be aligned with the organizational strategy. So this is a cascading down situation. Organization will have a strategic plan, and then based on that strategic plan, there will be a business plan, and HR will have to come up with the HR plan and HR strategy. How do you build a HR function that meets the needs of the business? Actually, there is no magic stick. We have to sit with the business people. We have to work very closely with the business people. We will have to have I'm glad that there is one module on business acumen. HR person cannot, do anything good without have a full business acumen and fully understand and fully partnership with the business. So we have to invest in my HR practice area, and we have to continuously try to find out the best practice, international best practice, and incorporate it in our company. The knowledge, skills, abilities are seriously, changing. The knowledge and the skills what we need today, maybe tomorrow those are obsolete. So we have to have a valid and solid knowledge and skills of each and every individual. So there should be a vibrant employee development program, leadership development program, retention program, succession program. Otherwise, it will be very, very difficult to continuously build the business. Information and analytics. I think you all have the HRIS or ERP system. We have to capture all the human resource related information and supply those information for making the decision. Technology is nowadays is a bread and butter. Without technology, no HR is possible, no business is possible. It was okay before pandemic, but after the pandemic, it is no more okay. So we have to have build a strong technology. We have to integrate technology into our business processes, our HR processes, and accordingly, we have to train our people. Unfortunately, Bangladesh and other similar country, most people are not up to the mark in terms. And this way we have to make the relationship. We have to make the relationship in a manner that, remember, you are the only one is your business partner. But you have a lot of people. If you can make a real partnership, then it will be very, very easier for you to do your work. Any question? This is a little bit big slide. Any question on, do you want to challenge me or ask me any question? Okay. Okay, let's see. This is a very interesting slide. We have the traditional model. You all mentioned to me. I also mentioned. So look at the left side. Most of the Asian organizations look like in the left side. We spend a lot of our time our administrative work. We do some operation and very, 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 very less on strategic. Whereas ideally, we should spend approximately 20% time for strategy, 60% time for operation and programs, and of course, there will be administrative work 20%. What is the situation in your organizations? Is it matching or it is not at all matching? We have to really realign and transform. And remember, for the routine job, for administrative job, either we have the machine or we have the outsourced company. We don't need to do the routine and repetitive tasks, administrative type of work. So what is the situation in your organization? Are you in the left side or right side? Or in the middle?
We are in the middle because we are, like for us, Dr. Musharraf, we are transitioning into a new model since we just started with our HRIS system. So we are going live now. So we're moving into that side. And then because during the pandemic, right, so we cannot do much of our, so mostly during the pandemic, most on the administration. So now we are opening again with Cambodia's opening again. So we are in the middle now. So we're transitioning to the transform model. But in terms of school, because school has more administration, I don't know if Chun, I think you would agree with me, right? So for school, most of the work is actually more on the admin for the school industry. But hopefully, we are also implementing HR system and HR innovation in the school. So we are implementing. So hopefully, we will reduce the admin tasks and then put it under shared services.
Okay, any other comment here?
In my organization, Heidelberg Cement, currently we are in the right side. Actually, in my immediate past organization, where I was working in a garments industry as a deputy general manager HR, they are absolutely matching with the left side strategies. That means administration 65% likewise. But currently in Heidelberg Cement, we are in my current organization, we are in the right part of this in the model.
Absolutely right. I fully agree and echo you. This is the reality. As I mentioned, that all the best practices are multinational and international. And I am not surprised that you are working with the global organization and they are in the right side. And you have rightly mentioned the garments industry, the local company, they are still in the left side. So our approach should be, we have to gradually move to the right side. There is no shortcut, there is no way. When machine can do your work, why you will be using valuable brain? When there is an outsourced company offering services with the 30% of the cost, why should we get the services from the full-time employee? Those is unpopular job, but we have to actually, there is no way. We have, and as HR, you cannot be always popular. I'm not very popular, but I'm also popular. So when you think that you have to do it, then you have to do it. When I stopped paper transaction, when I introduced the e-recruitment system, not everyone supported me. But now that everybody is very happy. So you cannot be very popular and a good manager. It's not possible. You have to be mediocre popular.
Right.
Okay. So we have to shift our responsibilities and roles. So we have to redefine roles and responsibilities. To be a true business partner, what needs to be redefined is deliverables in terms of roles and responsibilities of HRBPs. So we have to shift, we have to have a transformation of our roles and responsibilities. There was a time we just carried out the order of the management, but it is no more possible. So let's see. Helping HR Center of Excellence to deliver most efficient and up-to-date HR processes. So we have to help Center of Excellence to deliver the most up-to-date, most efficient services. In many organizations in Bangladesh, I see job of one person is being done by 2-3% because of lack of competencies. So we have to take care of this. When the competency is issue, we have to take care of it. Leading talent management process. Talent is the enterprise actually. We have to have a partner, business partner leads the effort to develop and deliver the long-term strategy to ensure continuous development and retention of the key employees and process potential success. This is very, very important. As I mentioned that world is changing, organization is changing. We have to have a real talent pipeline in the organization. Some people will be retiring, some people will be resigning, some people will be dying, and your pipeline should be full. And you can create a continuous talent pipeline so that employee leaving the organization will not affect the organization. You have a success already. Yeah, so a succession program is usually aimed for first 3 layers, mid to senior level people. For the frontline worker, you don't need a successor. And then delivering by developing human resource programs that increase employee productivity by focusing on business obstacles and occur outside of human resources. So what are the programs? Talent development program, succession program, retention program, a lot of program you can create. Work-life balance program, fun and gain program. So we have to really come up with some kind of programs continuously, and this will enhance the productivity. That will enhance the profitability of the company. As I mentioned that HR is no more a support, HR is a business. So we have to act like a business. We have to really behave like a businessman. we have to champion the change management process. As I mentioned that any change in the organization, ultimately the HR is the change agent. HR is the change agent. HR will design and ensure the change is process. Change is something approximately 82% employees resist. 82% employees resist for change. And that is possible only through persuasion, motivation, and continuous education. Otherwise, change will be struck down. In organization, there should be a continuous change. We have to have a championing on the change management process. Keeping HR process fully compliant with the legal and statutory framework, particularly multinational and international. You have to really keep the function, keep their activities fully legally sound. One negative news in the media about non-compliance can ruin the whole organization. So we have to fully compliant. There is no way to be non-compliant. HR has access to all people, related data and insight into the overall capability of the existing workforce. So we will have a 24/7 access to the data, and it has assessed the all parts of the organization, so they're able to perceive the inter-relationship strengths and weakness of the organization is a better way to anyone else. HRBP has to be leverage this unique set of data to support in formulation, implementation, and organizational business strategy and objectives. So we have to be very vigilant. We have to have the full access of the data and use those data for the advantage of the business. So it's an iceberg. Skills and knowledge are visible. Social role, self-image, trait, motive is not visible. Which one is more important? Skilled knowledge or bottom? So, for the traditional HR, form processing skills, administrative and policy knowledge. But for the HR business partnering point of view, your diagnostic skills, your system and policy knowledge. So there is a big shift above the iceberg, big shift below the iceberg. And then below the iceberg, who are traditional, see self as ensuring compliances, attention to knowledge and details, achievement orientation. Whereas HR business partners will see the self as enabling others' successes. Flexibility is an issue. Nothing is cast in stone in the world. You have to be flexible enough. Flexibility is not a shame. We have done something. If we have a better logic, if we have a better ideas, then we have to have no problem to be flexible. Customer service and learning organization. Can anyone tell me what is the definition of the learning organization? When you say learning organization, what is the definition of the learning organization? Can anyone tell me? What is the definition of learning organization?
Learning organization, what I understood, that there is a culture of learning where short-term and mid-term learning plan is there. So everybody from the top to bottom knows that there is a plan and there is an execution of that plan. So for that, management have a budget, management have an onboarding system, how that learning culture can be practically visualized. That kind of thing is onboarded in an organization, it's called a learning-based organization. Yes.
Thank you. Any other views?
Hi, I'm Tanya from Thailand. I would like to add, I think for me,
Mary?
sorry. Yeah.
Okay, let her first.
Yes.
Let her do first.
Yeah, sorry. So in my view, I think for learning organization or culture is that employees really take full responsibility or ownership to their self-development, and it is the environment which is safe and open for everyone, to be curious, to take new initiatives, to be sharing and not afraid of making a mistake, and see it as like lifelong journey. And I think most importantly is that we are not, employee not seeing learning as a training, but it's more in terms that they can take all opportunities that come into their life, even though any like tough managers or tough assignment, they can take that as a learning and integrate it in the flow of work. Yeah. Yep, that's it.
For me, learning organization, whereas an organization or the employee in the organization are continually expand their creativity and their capacity to think as a whole, to continue learning with each other in order to set the company aspirations, right? And then in order to learn together as a team. So learning where you were given your aspirations, you think, you collaborate, you brainstorm, and then continue to set directives for the company.
Any other person?
In my point of view, I think that it is the continuous development of the learning of the capacity to building the capability expansion. The people is continuously learning, so you need to look after those things. So learning capability is that to continuous process that people are making their people are increasing their capabilities and competency of the organizations.
Okay. So the definition of the learning organization, according to me, is every day, listen to me, every day, everyone learn something new and implement those learning for the benefit of the organization. So we will have a definitely learning and development program that is there. But what is ultimately we want? That everyone, every day learning something new and apply those learning for a better result. So learning is not occasional or seasonal. Learning is a continuous thing, you have also mentioned. And learning should add positive economic value to the company. All people are very learned. So what? Everybody is PhD. So what? Where is our result? So we really want to see a positive result out of our learning program. Of course, the learning is something difficult, and learning, many people say it is a painful journey. Yes, it is painful. Learning is not very pleasant thing. It's not easy. Like you are in the learning journey now. It's not something very pleasant thing. Sometimes you have to do something which you don't want to even. So that's the reality. So you have to make our organization is a learning organization. So we have to have a customer-oriented services. We have to have the customer orientation services. And if you remember the auto rickshaw, that almost illiterate person come up with a lot of innovation. And now that he has a personal Facebook page and getting a lot of like and a lot of appreciation from the people because of his innovation. Okay. So let's see the strategic business partner. So the strategic business partner means we have to a business aligned. We have to align the HR values and we have the desired competencies. Ultimately, all three of these elements are needed to ensure a successful transition to HR business partner. If we really want to transform and make a transition to the business partnering model, first thing we have to acquire the desired competencies. We have to align HR with the vision. HR cannot work in isolation. HR should be linked with the vision, mission, goals, and organization. And we have to have the business alignment. Organization established for business, and we have to really think for the business. Any question here? Competency is a huge issue. Why I'm saying that there is a culture in many organizations that senior level people are very reluctant for learning and development, for acquiring new skills and competencies. Junior level people are very much interested. What is your opinion? My opinion is junior level people are interested, senior level people are not that much interested for learning and development. Is it true in your case?
True, Mr. Hussein. They are very comfort with
big volume. True. Yes. Actually, somehow the senior people, they develop some kind of sense of security. They consider that we have been in the organization for last 30 years, 25 years. We build the organization, so now it is our time to enjoy, no more work. So those kind of things develop, whereas their salary benefit is so high. So then we have to also take the action, how we can bring back those people in the learning journey. Senior people, mature people, they often underestimate the junior level people. They try to see everything related through the seniority and the age. But seniority does not guarantee more knowledge. Age does not guarantee more knowledge. And this is the reality. But you cannot directly say like this. You cannot. So you have to come up with some kind of strategy, how we will address those traditional views and traditional mindset.
So Mr. Hussain, I've been here. My experience has also been that I think the learning is a culture, like you were saying, and everyone was explaining about what is a learning organization. I think it's learning across levels. I have seen is a challenge because I have seen millennials who were given a social learning platform like Udemy with 3,000 plus courses. The adoption and the average age of the HR operations team was within 30, right? But then still the adoption of the learning for all the courses on Udemy was only 4%. It was free of cost.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And whenever it surprisingly was always on the team lead to drive the learning, right? And so I think it's the culture which is important from an overall organization standpoint. But somehow I think I just wanted to add on that while we assume sometimes senior people have a challenge to pick up learning, nowadays I see a lot of trend in senior people continuously trying to upgrade and upskill themselves. But millennials, even though they have resources available, find it challenging to actually invest time in upskilling. That's from personal experience. While I
No. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. And particularly, I also deal with the millennial and Z generation, and they want everything on the fingertip. That's another problem. They want internet to be the solution of everything. It's not the reality.
Yeah, one more thing, I want to give a data. Overall CEO, world CEO, 32% of world CEO, their average age is 35, below 35 years old. So this indicates that seniority is not, it's just a number, remaining all based on your capability, your competency, and your know-how, how you can make it.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. Age is a number to me also, and that's give me a lot of relief because I'm.
Yes, sir. Truly, you are our examples that how you manage everything.
Actually, thanks God. Every day I'm doing something, so that's great. Even last night I was delivering a lecture on the soft skill development, which is nowadays is very important. Anyway. So we have to focus on the modern aspect. So now you see timing of the approach. Ideally, the role of business partner is examined and transformed during the implementation of the shared service model. However, this process can also be done at the later point in that if it is not completely initially. So timing, integration with the shared service implementation plan when you redesign the process, when you hire the employee, when you have the training program, and integration of the organizational performance management cycle. We need to really align everything with the performance management. Eventually, we need to have a performance to develop. There are three main phases in transforming the role of HR business partner: define, assess, and develop. So when we define, in the define phase, it is important for the organization to clearly identify and communicate to the business and constitute a successful business partnering in the new organization. So what we have to do, existing competency model, we have to see what is our competency model. Does the competency model exist in the organization, or you have something but it is not working? Does it reflect the future needs of the HR business partnering role? If not, then what else is needed? Do you have agreement to define the new competency if needed? That agreement is very, very important. With the top management, we have to come up with a competency model. Unfortunately, in Bangladesh, many organizations, they do not have anything in the name of competency model or competency framework. So maybe those organizations need to develop fresh, and the organization who have the competency framework, they have to revise it immediately. In terms of customer input, how will you gather customer input on to define? When you develop something or define something, don't forget to take the input of the customer, because if they don't like it, nothing will happen. So their buy-in should be taken during the formation stage. And competency definition, are these definitions clear to everyone? Easy, understandable definition for the competencies with example. Have you defined with the good, what is good is, what is very good, what is excellent? So those things we have to really define. So at the defining stage, we have to involve our customer, we have to involve our line manager, so that there is no confusion on the defining stage. When we assess, during the assessment phase, methodology and timing. What methodology will be used to complete the assessment? Web-based survey, interview, or any other things? Will multiple rates be used, or will you use a self-assessment, or how much time you will allow for the completing the assessment? So, and then review the process. Will the process piloted? Will manager, supervisor have the opportunity to review the result? Will a review panel be leveraged to compare the result? What weightage will be given to the inputs on the different readers? So you see, we cannot do anything alone. We may prepare the draft, but eventually it has to be finalized with the input from our customers and line manager. And then the communication. How will you communicate this with everyone in the organization? What are the important messages you are going to give? How can you minimize the perceived impact of those who are being assessed? So these are very, very important. And in this stage also, we have to involve the line manager. We have to involve our customers. And when we have developed, sharing the result. In developing phase, we share the result. Who will communicate the result? Will the feedback be provided during the annual performance review? Will a separate discussion related to the transition of the HR business is necessary? When it is a transition needs, what are the criteria of developing which employees to develop the versus the redeploy? What training will be needed to develop, and what kind of tools we are going to use? And there should be a measurement, should not be the one-off. It has to be ongoing. So will the assessment be repeated at a regular interval to the measure success, that is annually or biannually? How we will be measure the success? So in all the three stages, we have to fully align. So thank you very much. This end of my structured presentation. Now this is the time for question and answer or any clarifications if you need. How did you find my presentation? Is it boring or something learn new?
Something learn new, sir.
Very
Okay.
informative, sir.
Thank you. So this is the introductory class. I am sure that other trainers and speakers will take you more in depth. This is the introductory class. I tried to give a synopsis, what is all about this. But again, our speakers will definitely take you to the details of each and everything. But I can tell you one thing, time has come for Asia. North America, European countries, they have done it 20 years back. We are already 20 years back. We are already 20 years behind. So we have no time. And that's why I'm very thankful to all of you. You have registered. You realize the importance. And I'm also thankful to the other speakers. And their credential is so rich. I'm very much optimistic that they will be coming up something better than my presentation. Any question, comment? I know it is 10 o'clock in your country. This is a sleep time anyway.
Thank you, Dr. Masharov. Really appreciate it. Learned a lot today, and still looking forward, on the next module. But for a starter, actually, this is very refreshing for me. So, and also having with all the participants, it's a great experience. I know it's a start, so people are just quite shy, but it's the first meeting. So
the first module is participation is difficult. Maybe in the second, third module, people will participate more. I try to make it participatory, but I have also time constraint. But again, I think you will get the material, and definitely you have also tons of experience. Tawfiq Tan, what is your takeaway?
My take is we need to shift our HR. We cannot still lagging behind like the personal management style from previous era, previous years, many years back. because now we embrace the AI or all sort of new technology, right? So HR also need to shift and transform. Otherwise, HR will be left over, and people will say HR is of less value. Yeah.
No, thank you. I'm glad that you understood the need for transition, need for the transformation, and the way we are going on, we have to really change this. What about Patrick? Any idea? You are mute yourself. You are muted.
Okay, so it's quite interesting for me. Well, to be honest, some of the bullet, I have some ideas and I'm practicing in my daily job, basically. But still, I gain lots of. I'm not quite familiar with the details and the definition of the business partner. Basically, in China, you may find that we call 3 pillars in human resource function. Well, something like COE, Center of Expertise, HR Business Partner, and the Shared Service Center, SSC. So we work together with the 3 different functions in human resources. So that's for big company. But like us, we are not quite big. So we are just a very small function which combine the 3 pillars in one position or one person. So we may share lots of experience, practice each other.
Okay, so I would like to hear from New Kane. Are you from Vietnam?
No, sir, I'm from Myanmar.
Myanmar. Okay, so what is your reaction?
Actually, I found this lessons very useful for me whenever I heard the Asia rules and models. And at least I need to know something about the models, Asia model that you said it has to move to the right side, you know,
Right
modernize.
side. No more left side.
Yes.
Okay.
I need to know something. You said as a 20% administrative job. So in the factory or something big business, how many people we should hire for the administrative job?
My straightforward answer, if you have outsourced company, it is better to give to the outsourced company, not by the your own employee, because this does not require any brain. It is just a repetitive. Today work, tomorrow work, day after tomorrow work are same. So my suggestion, I have no idea whether Myanmar has the concept of outsourcing. If you have the outsourcing, so you give those work to the outsourced company and monitor.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So I would like to really thank you, all of you. And I really enjoyed. You are very, very mature group, and with the presence of some of the trainers, Avin and others, I'm really thankful to all of you. So have a good night. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Musharraf.
Thank you very much. Thanks all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.